18 minutes to 9. Let's have a dig around the news to pull out one or two stories you might not have heard about. I'll jump in and go first today. We're talking about the greatest Christmas sitcoms. You know, many sitcoms over the years have done Christmas specials. What do you think has been voted the favourite?
Favourite of all the sitcoms that have had Christmas episodes.
The Vicar of Dibley.
Oh,
Vicar of Dibley is a good shout.
Do you know, I'd have thought with the whole Christmas dinner episode,
with the sprout competition.
that's sort of gone down in sitcom history, hasn't it? It's not there at the top. Sean, any thoughts?
Difficult one. I think I would probably have said Vicar of Dibley. I can't think. I've gone completely blank.
It's
too much choice.
Blackadder?
No,
I wouldn't have put that in the top.
No, that's not that. Well, it's a poll of 3,000 readers of the Radio Times. Is it in the shops yet, the Christmas Radio Times? It's due any moment. I wonder, with the delays to papers and so forth over the last couple of days. If you've got a copy, let me know, because I'd like to equip myself with that. But no, the finale of The Office is the greatest sitcom Christmas special ever, where they got together in the end, didn't they? Dawn and
Tim.
Tim, that's it. Martin Freeman's
such a lovely, heartwarming moment.
And didn't even David Brent get some...
a little bit of redemption for himself.
Yeah, that's it. He managed to go on that date. So he brought that girl to the Christmas party, and I think actually it looked like they were going to get together, and he might have found love. So... Do you remember that? 2003?
I'm just thinking
a little now,
isn't it? Yeah. I'm just thinking of David Brent's
the dance.
Oh yes, so might be a bit of that done at various Christmas parties over the next couple of weeks. Coming a narrow second, the Only Fools and Horses Christmas trilogy '96, where they was it a watch, like a sort of diving watch they found?
Is that the one with the Batman and Robin?
That's the one that was part of this trilogy, and it became in the end that they were millionaires. That was supposed to be the last ever episodes of Only Fools and Horses. It did come back a few years later. Gavin and Stacey back this Christmas Day for the big special. Their festive edition from 2008 came third, so there we are. So
that was a good one.
And I think some of those are available on the BBC iPlayer if you want to have a look at them over the Christmas period. What have you got for us this morning, Rhian?
Sticking with Christmas, there's been a survey of 13,000 ex-burglars. They have been giving advice to people on how not to get robbed this Christmas.
Oh, that's good.
Although... it could all be a ruse, really, couldn't it?
Yes. How do we know that ex-burglars?
Come home and everything wall to wall is gone. So the key points are: if you're going away for a long time, think about installing smart lighting, which I'm assuming could be very expensive, where you can set lights to go off in different rooms at different points during the day to make it seem like you're at home.
You can do all this on your phone.
Isn't there a scene in Home Alone where they're stood outside watching them all come on these timers?
And he's got mannequins as well, so it looks like they're partying. Yeah, basically just do what what's his name, Macaulay Culkin does in Home Alone.
There you go. There's our advice for you this morning to see you right. What are another couple of tips?
If you get something like a new TV or something quite substantially big, don't leave the box outside for people to see.
Yes.
And also don't store your spare key under the plant pot or under your doormat, which is something I definitely do. But yeah, those are the main points.
And there we go. I'm not going to tell you where we hide our key for obvious reasons. And Googleable terms, I think, Sean.
Yes, so we've had a few of these, I think, over the last week. The top 10 whatever of 2019. Today it is Googled terms.
Excellent.
And top of the list in the UK was Rugby World Cup.
Okay, yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, we can understand that. Yeah, it's very often a sporting event that comes in on top.
Sporting events are the top two, actually. So obviously England got to the final in the Rugby World Cup. The other home nations all involved as well. So that was number one. Number two was... I've overscrolled.
Keeping us in suspense there.
It was Cricket World Cup.
Okay.
Which, of course, England won.
Yes, so that's understandable. Any sort of royal events or people?
Royal events, in the news events section, Royal Baby was number 6.
Ah, yes.
In terms of celebrities, the most Googled celebrity was Caitlyn Jenner. Who's just been in I'm a Celeb.
Yeah, this whole thing with Caitlyn,
there's been a weird, a massive obsession. I listened to a podcast with her, and she sounds like a really interesting person, but it does seem there's been this random surge of
definitely
gossip around her.
Give us one final term then, or word or event that's been searched.
The number one sort of entertainment thing was actually third on the list overall, and that was Game of Thrones.
Okay, which I've still not seen a single moment of, so there we are.
I've seen one episode, decided it looked all right, and then have never gone back to it.
And you, Rhi? Anything? Have you ever seen it?
No, to be fair, I got about halfway through, and then it got a little bit complicated. So I need to just start it from the very beginning and work my way through.
Well, what we can say then is that it definitely wasn't any of us Googling for Game of Thrones.